How's it going, party people? Skydubs here, back again with another legit ranking. Today we'll be ranking the 10 hardest developer times in Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time. Yes, this was supposed to be in March. Yes, now it's June. Yes, I am even worse than Crypt is. I apologize, but yeah, let's just start. At number 10, we've got a real grind. Now, the main problem on this level are the sharks at the beginning. You need a triple Aku for the ending part, so you can't get hit during the level. But these sharks are very hard to avoid, and if you try to wait, the ghost will just run past you. And even if you avoid the first two, you then need to wait for the third one, meaning you'll still be behind the ghost. Other annoying things on this level are some time crates at the beginning, the grind sections are annoying as fuck, and I often fuck up with Lani Loli because I get confused. At number 9, we've got Out for Launch. Now this level is fucking bullshit. Time crates and nitro crates are everywhere. Switching gravity while trying to rush through a level is confusing and annoying. Elevators don't work unless you land perfectly in the middle. Grind sections are annoying. Wall runs don't fucking work. This fucking part sucks. These jumping crates, and probably the biggest problem is the developer time. This is one of the tightest times in the game, and combine that with everything I've mentioned and you've got this mess of a level. At number 8, we've got Seeing Double. Now the problem in this level is Cortex. At number 7, nah, I'm just kidding. The problem here is the Cortex part. I only reached the Crash part 3 times, so that wasn't a problem, but the Cortex part sucks. Now this happens with every Cortex level, but his ray guns are inaccurate, his jumps are too small, his gameplay isn't meant to be rushed, and why the fuck can he turn enemies into jelly but can't fucking double jump? But as for this level, these boxes in these rooms are too hard to hit. This part sucks, especially since I can't even destroy this Aku crate half of the fucking time. You also need both Akus to do these two shortcuts, even though there's a third one which you also need an Aku for, which doesn't exist. Even though the ghost does all of them somehow. Hell, even the first set of boxes is annoying. And yeah, that's it about the level. However, I had a couple of fails that are pretty fucking hilarious, so I'm gonna show them. At number 7, it's Ship Happens. Now first of all, this happens in every level, but in 2D sections, Cortex sometimes dashes right for no reason. I fucking hate these boxes, I fucking hate this part, and I fucking hate Cortex. However, this is the easiest Cortex level, but the reason it's here is because the Crash part is actually pretty tough too. For some reason. I don't know why, but I'm really bad with these falling platforms, especially when you put time crates around them, and second of all, these moving platforms are annoying. And there are just so many explosives everywhere. This level just sucks. At number 6, it's Fossil Fueled. This is the only level where you only play as Cortex, and you can guess that that's pretty bad. I've already mentioned how horrible Cortex is, but here you often miss enemies you're trying to shoot. These fucking plants that are everywhere, like yeah, sometimes you can avoid them, but that happens rarely. And the fact is, you only have 2 Aku, so you better save those. This enemy that I always have to wait for because it's slow as fuck, and oh yeah! Cortex isn't made for rushing, so sections like this one are near impossible because you have to wait for the perfect timing. I hate this level. At number 5, it's Great Escape. Yet another Cortex level. I fucking hate this part. It was so annoying for the perfect relic, and it's even more annoying when you have to go as fast as possible. This part just isn't fun with Cortex. This elevator is horribly timed every single time I come here, but that wouldn't be that bad if you didn't die instead of just losing an Aku. These trains have the same pattern every time, but I still fuck up quite often here. You have to spend 10 seconds just for this shitty platform to come to you, and by then the ghost catches up to you, so all you did doesn't matter because of a stupid platform. Great decision, developers. These enemies have to be hit in a perfect way so you can go as fast as possible. This shit. And of course we have this amazing part at the end which everyone loves, though I'll be honest, I only died here 2 times, but just the thought of this part being at the end of one of the hardest relics is enough for me to complain. At number 4, it's Darhy Blows. Now, you need so much luck on this level. The Dingodile part has so many things that can go wrong, like hitting this TNT, these nitro crates jumping, trying to avoid these mice. You'll literally need God on your side for TNTs to hit your target and to suck some of these crates, and sometimes this happens, and I will never understand why, and no matter how hard I tried, I always ended up behind the ghost after the Dingodile part, even on the run that I beat the developer time. And as for Crash's part, well, fuck me, whoever made this really gets an erection to explosives. Just look at the amount of TNTs and nitro crates everywhere, and my favorite crates, the fire ones. And the really cool thing about them is that their timings are completely random, which is the last thing you want when you're rushing through a level, especially when there are 3 of them in a row and time crates below them, so you either need to wait for the fire to end, get so lucky to hit the time crate but not the fire crate, or waste an Aku Aku, which you will probably fucking need for the 10 million other explosives and enemies. There is a hidden box of screen that is hard as shit to get. You have to jump on these crates. This can happen, and this part is just insane, especially if you take the shortcut, because the camera has a stroke and you can't see where you're going, while these platforms full of these fire crates are moving everywhere. This level is just insane. At number 3, it's Food Run. Now, this is the most surprising one for me because it took me like 4 hours to do it and it wasn't fun at all. First of all, and I don't know why, but the double jump doesn't work half the time on this level. Like, you can completely avoid these moving trucks and save a lot of time just by jumping over them, but most of the time the double jump just does not work. If you don't believe me, I had a stream that was like 2 hours where I just constantly fail double jumps. So yeah. You also use every single mask here, and as I've already said, I often get confused by Ika Ika, especially when you can fall through these stupid fucking holes. I'm also pretty bad with Kapunawa, so these trucks are a big problem. Again, you can completely avoid the wall runs, but since the double jump doesn't fucking work, I had to take them, and most of the time, they don't work. At number 2, it's Shipping Air. Now, this is the hardest Cortex level by far. Everything here sucks. The first fucking time crate is above a TNT. This sucks. These things that squash you are annoying, and so are these crates. Here you go to the right for no fucking reason. This area is full of enemies and explosives, and you'll most likely lose your Aku Aku here. This part doesn't seem hard, but it's very frustrating. Sometimes you miss these nitro crates, and then we have this area which is the prime example of why Cortex wasn't ever supposed to be playable. First, you have this part here where you have to shoot both enemies while avoiding them and dash into this room to hit the iron crate and the time crate. Then you go down here, shoot the TNT and jump above the jumping block to hit another iron crate, then bounce off it and go out of that part, rush here and pray to God that the timings are right so you can hit this crate quickly, then go back and try shoot these enemies in perfect places, otherwise you're screwed. And then if you have somehow kept the Aku Aku, you can just dash through this part, but you probably haven't, so you have to slow down to shoot these enemies twice, so you can go through them because you cannot jump above them. And this wouldn't be so bad if this didn't put you into a harder version of Out for Launch, which is already hard on its own. But now this part is made a lot harder, and there are some time crates which I hate. And to top it off, this is also one of the tightest times in the game. This is a fucking nightmare. And the hardest developer time in Crash 4 is the first fucking level, Rude Awakening. Yeah, this is the first one I did, and I thought dev times would take literal years, but thankfully this ended up being the hardest one. And why, you might ask? Time crates. First of all, there's a box behind this. Yeah, fuck that shit. Rolling stones are annoying and it's hard to get all three of these crates. Then you have this one which is placed next to the edge and above a TNT. And then we have this pile of time crates and it's very hard to hit them all because they are surrounded by fucking TNT. Now that wouldn't be that bad if you didn't need both the Aquacus you get before the grind section. Not because you need a triple one, but because there is this TNT placed on the grind section which is impossible to avoid if you're going for the time crates, which are needed because the time is tight as fuck, so you're either gonna end the grind section with 1 or 3 Aquacus, and you need one for this shortcut, and there is this box right next to a TNT where I often hit the TNT, so I need that fucking second Aquacu. And then we have this ending section which is annoying as fuck, but I forgot to mention one thing. Now, I streamed all of my attempts here and it took around 4 hours, and there were like 5 times at least where I ended less than 1 second behind the developer time. I even had a run after like 2 hours where I was 1 millisecond behind. But on the run when I finally did it, I realized something. This time crate exists. Now if you watch 99% of my runs, this time crate does not fucking exist. And why? I have no idea. Even after this new update, they haven't fixed it. So if that time crate just existed, I could have saved another 2 hours of my life. And that's the most bullshit thing that has ever happened to me in this fucking game. Now yeah, here you go, this is my reaction to realizing that that time crate does exist. On the pace to do that. Oh my god, wait. Oh my god. Bro, did you see that? That box that I just hit, that box doesn't exist on any of my previous tries. Just watch any try, there isn't a box there. So that's where I lose the fucking second. That box doesn't exist. I see that the ghost spins there. And I'm like, why is he spinning? There's nothing there. There's a box there. There's a fucking box there. I don't believe that shit. I actually don't believe that. And I missed that. I don't care. Like, what is that shit? But yeah, with that, we're done with the ranking. And yeah, I feel like this will probably be the last Crash 4 video on this channel, which is sad. And I will admit, even though I hate the game, I also really do like it as well. But yeah, it's been a ride. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and yeah, see you in the next one. Bye.